Hello everyone, welcome to Tea and Banter with me. It's me, Mary Elizabeth. I have decided to do this video in the yard. Fall is here, it's nice and breezy, but it is a great temperature, so I thought that would be nice before the cold weather does come and you can't go out as much. So today's video is about book collecting, or book covers actually. And one of the things that I do love is a book cover. Sometimes that's what makes me pick up and buy a book, is a cover. Oftentimes I buy a book, love it, but I don't love the cover. That happens. And oftentimes it's because I probably love the cover from another country. Because as we all know, the covers are not the same. The cover in the United States is different from the UK, and etc., etc. So that's one thing, and that leads to, I think, collecting. If it's a favorite book and you know you're going to reread it, I will try to find the cover that I like. An example of that is I do have a lot of Agatha Christie books, but I do like one particular illustrator, so those are the books I tend to look for. I didn't bring those outside today because although I'm briefly talking about that, there's another reason why I'm talking about covers. So I'll bring that up in a second. But basically what I'm saying is, so Agatha Christie, although there's many covers out there, the book is the same story, but the illustrator, and I think for mine it's Michael Corey, that is the illustrator of the covers that I actually really like. So when I am looking for books for my collection on Agatha Christie, because I don't have them all yet, I look for that illustrator first to try to find it in that, if at all possible. The other thing is, naturally, they keep coming out with different covers, so it would be too costly to buy, and I'm using Agatha Christie because she does have a lot of books. It would be too costly to buy every book in a new illustrator's version that you like. So what I have decided to do is to only buy new illustrations for my favorites in a series, or single books too, that if I really love the book and I know I'm going to reread the book, then when new illustrations come out, if I like them, I will purchase those for my collection. So that is a couple of examples of collecting books based on covers. I have bought books based on covers actually that I did not like. That does happen, because oftentimes a cover can kind of sell you though too, you know what I mean? So the story might not be 100%, but you look at the cover and it just says, so I'm going to try it. And it can go either way. You end up loving it or not, and that's okay. That's what the little library is for, donations are for, etc. Or a friend, they might like the story just because you don't. But today's video purpose of covers is because there are all different genres in reading, and romance, forbidden, is two areas that people may read, but oftentimes those covers are cute, but they not, I guess cute's not the right word, but they're certainly not ones that, at least for me, want to show everybody. And what I mean by that is, it's sort of like, you know, you can read a murder mystery, you can read a thriller, a horror book, or whatever. Just because you like it doesn't mean that's what you believe or that's what you enact. And also, books have meaning. Oftentimes, some of the most precious books to you have some kind of meaning to it. Doesn't mean the whole story does, doesn't mean everything that they do, you do, but there might be an experience, there might be an environment that you were in, or someplace that, a country that they're talking about that you traveled to, whatever the case may be. So the book will click with you in that way, or whatever. But I'm talking about romance in the sense that, as, I don't know, it could be just me. Let me know in the comments, do you find this something that not embarrasses you, but can be kind of private at the same time, that you don't want to have people look at you funny or whatever because you read whatever book you're reading. And I read all kinds of genres, so actually that's not true. I don't really care for science fiction, but I'm going off the topic again. So I thought I'd bring out 3 books that I'd share. The covers are actually not as bad as some romance books that have really nice covers. I'll leave it at that. But they're not necessarily covers you want to share with the world, I guess. Or, as a mother with grown children, for me, I don't want all my grandchildren to see covers because, again, perception. You can't control another person's perception, even though you know why you read what you read and what you get out of it. And these books that I am going to show you, there are things in these books that I relate to in some way, whether it's the environment, whether it's where it's being, the story is taking place, etc. But I think that's how stories touch us. So anyway, that doesn't necessarily mean that what's happening in the books isn't interesting, but that you don't really feel comfortable other people knowing, your children or your grandchildren or your friends maybe. I know that when I was working full-time, a lot of books I read, murder mysteries, etc., the people that I worked with, none of them read the books that I read. So it was very difficult to have any kind of conversations about reading. And that's one of the reasons why I started this channel too. So if there's people out there that love Agatha Christie or romance or whatever, we can share and talk about it. But anyway, I'm babbling. Let me show you 3 of the books. So again, these are much milder. So I will say that. So I picked out 3 of my favorite books in this series because they are coming out with new covers. And so far I have bought 3 of the new covers. So I want to show you the older ones. And then I have a question about that as well. So this is the MC Fallen series. It's a motorcycle gang. And this book is the 2nd book in the series, and it is called Welcome to the Dark Side. So this is a romance book. It's dark. There is a lot of violence in it as well, but there is quite a bit of romance. I'm going to say that. But again, I love the cover, and these covers are certainly milder than other covers, but the new cover that came out I love more. And this is one book in particular that I do reread often for many reasons, but I won't get into that. So this is the new cover, Welcome to the Dark Side, and I absolutely love it. Love this cover. So I am collecting these for this series because this is a series I would reread over and over again. The next one is Inked in Lies. So that's the way the original cover looks like. And these are all from Gianna Darling. And the new one looks like this, Inked in Lies. So then the latest book is called Dead Man Walking. Did I just shake the camera? I'm sorry if I did. This is called Dead Man Walking. Again, this is the original cover. And then the newest cover is this one. And I absolutely love the illustrations of the new covers. So, and there are things from the book that they have drawn. Peaches is a fruit talked about in this book, and so they put that in the cover. And I just love it with the skulls and everything. So this is, and also, you know, if you're on the bus or you're on the train, to me, less, I guess embarrassment is the word. I'm less embarrassed to pull this book out than I am to pull this book out. And I think part of it is there's someone talking to their dog. So I hope that you can still hear me in the video. But there is a stigma of romance not being, what is the word? Is it more intellectual or something like that? I don't agree with that, but there's a lot of lessons in a variety of genres, and romance being one of them. I don't know what just got all over my books, but I'm not happy. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what happened, and I'm not happy. But it might be because these are books that I do read over and over. But I'm not happy with that. We'll see how I can fix that. I don't know. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I don't know how you all feel. What are your thoughts? I'm sure younger people don't have a problem with the original covers and what they show or don't show, or you know, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like as an older person, it's looked upon differently, or I feel differently. I don't know about anybody else, but even though there are stories, they have, a lot of them have meaning, at least the ones that I read. There's a meaning in there. There's sadness in there. There's death in there. There's violence. There's, you know, love. There's all of it in there to make a great story. So, yes, it gives more details than a lot of books, but in the books that I read, it's a necessary part, I guess is the word that I would use, to continue the story or to be part of the story. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but I just thought I'd share that about covers, and let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you agree with me on the way to collect covers, or how you would collect covers? Maybe you'd collect every new cover, or would you collect it just for your most favorite books? And what are your thoughts about, I find myself often preferring the covers from the UK more than the US. Often, not always, but often. What are your thoughts on that? Let me know in the comments below. If you stayed to the end of this video, leave me a fruit emoji in honor of Dead Man Walking. If there's a peach, leave a peach. If not, a fruit, just to let me know you stayed. And then until next time, I hope that you're all safe, and I hope you're all loved. Bye.